Hey, I'm PJ Ochlan. I'm a voice actor and dialect coach. There are skills that you can have in your accent toolbox that are going to help you tackle any accent. Welcome to Audiobook School at ACX University. This is ACX University. This is ACX University. Audiobook narration, when it comes to accent work, is unique. The listener's in on the conceit that one narrator is playing an entire cast. When you're doing accents for character dialogue, a little bit goes a long way. We can focus on just a few aspects of an accent. If you're just starting out in your audiobook narration journey and you want to know what you need, think of things in two ways. You've got the placement side, and then you've got the phonetics bucket. Let's call that the sound changes. Think of placement as where you send the sound and how you shape it. Listen to this example. Australian, I'd like to take a walk and then go to bed. Standard American, I'd like to take a walk and then go to bed. RP, I'd like to take a walk and then go to bed. Notice that placement shift? You've got Australian all the way back in the soft palate. You feel that all the way back there. I. So let's do this together. Tilt your head back a little bit. Give me a dry gargle. All right, just give me a Do you feel what's happening there? The mouth is really relaxed, really calm, not a whole lot going on, but the back of your tongue is playing with the soft palate. Now let's put a long I back there. I. Feel that? Put an L in front of it and give me lie. Throw a K on the end of it. Like. Everything's sort of horizontal. Like. That's where the Aussie lives. Let's talk about Standard American now. It's very mid-palate. Everything's sort of resonating right in the middle. Now we get into some more subtlety, like shape. You're using everything, your jaw, your teeth, your cheek muscles. When you think about the vowels in Standard American, if we go from short A to long U, watch the shape of my mouth. A, E, I, O, U. 8 out of 10 of those vowels are entirely horizontal, very smiley, very cheek muscly. So it all lives here, it resonates in the middle. Now as I start to go into RP, I'm very, very far forward. You've probably heard that RP is all about lips and teeth. It's breathy. If we think about shape, it's very vertical. Now my mouth is smaller, much smaller, more vertical, jaw-dropping, very far forward. So we're looking for this combination when we're working on placement of shape, as well as where we're sending the sound. So now let's talk about sound changes, or phonetics. And to demonstrate that, I'm going to compare sounds in Standard American with sounds in RP British. So let's start off with the short O. So in Standard American, a short O is in words like not and stop and holly, right? It's very flat. Our mouth, it's again that mid-palate placement, but very flat, muscular not. Now as we go over to RP, it's a super, super fast vowel. It's now oh. So those words, not, lot, stop. Here's a twist. We now have a new vowel sound to learn with British English, with RP, or that doesn't exist on its own with Standard American. The problem is, we use it in a lot of words that would be pronounced with a short O in Standard American. Words pronounced with a short O in Standard American aren't necessarily still a short O in British RP. In Standard American, we would say walk the dog. Now I'm going to say walk. So I can't say walk. I can't just take my new British RP short O and put it onto a word that had a short O in American. I need to learn an altogether new vowel sound, and that's the OR sound. Think of words like with AL or ALL, also, small, ball, call. AUGH words like tot, cot, and daughter. What's going to happen now, if I were to pronounce those words with just a short O and say walk, talk, stock, I'm using a British short O. The problem is I'm mispronouncing all of those words. Now I need to lean into that OR sound and say author, audio, audition, walk, talk, stalk. Get the difference? Those are both really important. So examples are cot in Standard American. Now in RP, that's going to be cot, caught. What about wok, a cooking vessel, and walk down the street? Walk, walk. Talk And talk, talk, talk. Stock, stalk. Here's another one that's really, really worth learning for your British RP. It's what we call the Bath set A. You've probably heard that pronunciation in words like ask, answer, class, dance, path. All those words are utilized in what we call the Bath set A. How do you think, if I were to get in writing from a friend in the UK, how would they spell out the word bath so that I say bath as opposed to bath? Your answer might have been B-A-H-T-H. Here's the secret. B-A-R-T-H. Barth? How does that make any sense? It's a silent R. That's the secret to the perfect Bath set pronunciation. Here are some other Bath set A words to practice with. Ask, ask, class, class, dance, dance, rather, rather. All right, so now let's talk about a couple of consonant shifts. Standard American is rhotic. RP British is non-rhotic. What is rhoticity? That's the usage of the R sound primarily at the ends of words or before a consonant in the middle of words, like mother and party. In a non-rhotic accent, which British RP is, those R's would become silent. So instead of mother and party, they become mother and party. Let's transition over to the T. Standard American speakers pretty much butcher the letter T. First, we have the unreleased final T. That means, like, if we have a word like not, the tip of my tongue touches the alveolar ridge, but it doesn't release and aspirate the breathy part of that letter, right? We don't say not. If we're just saying one word by itself that ends in a T, or it's the end of a sentence, you can aspirate that T. That's a marker of this accent. Not. Start. Listen to this example. Not, not. We have the glottalized T, important, important. We have the disappearing T, wanted, wanted. Intercontinental, intercontinental. And we have the T turning into D, better, butter, matter, better, butter, matter. Now here's where sometimes Americans go overboard with that idea. If that T is followed by another consonant, don't create unnatural space between the words. If the line is start the car, it's unnatural to say start the car. Unless you're really making a point. It's the third time you've said it, start the car, right? But if you're saying it naturally, that T that ends start leads right into the TH that begins the, start the car. That's not incorrect or improper, it's more natural. Don't get so caught up on those rules that they create unnatural breaks in what you're actually saying. Get it? Get it? All right, so major takeaways. First off, in your accent work for audiobooks, always prioritize your connectivity to the material and the characters over what they sound like. These are skills that we bring that I like to think enhance the performance, but they should never dictate the performance. If you're in your head about all the technical aspects of an accent, it kind of misses the point. The who the character is always more important than what they sound like. Remember that the listener is in on the conceit. They know you're one narrator playing the entire cast. As long as we know which character is speaking, rest assured you're going to be okay.